there's been a shift in how we started doing interactions with our customers. It was single channel, we went to multi-channel, and now we want to do omni-channel. And I think the goal really in my view is, how do we optimize the customer experience? How do we reduce their time in how they interact with us? More importantly, if you were to take a bank, you have retail, commercial, you got private banking, you got wealth management, you got capital markets, and the customer could be facing all single one of those channels. Mm-hmm. So now you want to be able to take that customer and say that customer experience is going to be the same across all those channels. And if they are a retail customer and all of a sudden they want to become a wealth management customer, you don't want them to feel like they're a brand new customer. They are our valued customer. So the experience and the feel should be the same, how you interact and how you kind of build their business across the entire organization.
For us on the consumer side, which is almost all of our business, it's obviously for a retailer, it's about shared wallet. The end game is shared wallet, but really the method to get there, like the reason for following the kind of path we're speaking of is really to build a sense of trust and a sense of a view that we have something to offer to the customer to get their mind share. There's a blast of everything about retail these days. You get your Amazon email, you get all the emails across the spectrum from wherever you've had a touch point in retail, and you got to differentiate yourself in that noise, and create a sense that the customer can say, I want to open up this email because the last one was totally relevant to me, or it was almost relevant and I can see how this one might be. So it's really about that engagement with what the customer is expecting, whether they understand it even themselves or not. And that's where I think where AI really does come in, is whether they expect it or not, whether they've articulated it or not. You take a bunch of data and you try to figure out where, just like Wayne Gretzky, skating to where the puck's going to be, not where it is today, right, or now. And it's the same thing with retail. It's trying to skate to where the opportunity for that customer is going to be, not where they necessarily are purchasing and what are they going to want next.
So generically speaking, I'd say it's modifying your selling behavior to be equivalent to the customer's buying expectations.
Right.
They want to buy differently. In fact, multiple different client segments want to buy differently from you in multiple different ways, right? There's a diversification requirement, and you have to modify your selling behavior and experience and capability and modify it to the new expectation.
We get digital tail waggers, right, that want to throw all this great information out. You mentioned operating data. We have thousands of data points every second coming off all these machines. Let's get that information out to a customer. Let's create a great value-added experience. And the question is, what we're trying to accomplish is to create a value proposition that results in our customer buying a machine, a part, or an hour of labor, either now or later. It's really clear. We generate return on capital employed. That's where the return comes from. Right? Now, there's other ways. Maybe there's ways to reduce capital employed, but if you just focus on the sort of the growth and profitability, we want you to interact with us such that you will decide to buy something more from us because it makes sense and it's the right value proposition for you. The issue in enterprise is your experience going to influence that purchase decision or not? Right? And if that experience, we can improve that experience, but if it doesn't have any material impact on your purchase decision, should we? And that's what I mean by digital tail waggers, where we might want to say, hey, I could throw all these great assets out in front of you and you can do all these great things. And as we all know from going online, we're all happy to consume lots of information for free and buy somewhere else. So is that the right investment to make? Or should we be pouring our investment into some other aspect of customer experience that is more creative and relative to or likely to generate greater sales and have influence over the selling process at that organization?